the zygotes, and at a certain moment you see two nuclei, one of the oocyte and one of the sperm, and before real fertilization has taken place, they have to fuse. And before fusion, you can see the individual pronuclei, and it's very easy to inject a couple of microliters, picoliters I should say, into either of the two pronuclei. Well, after you have done that, and you inject basically a few hundreds of molecules of DNA into that pronucleus of a single gene, after the injection you implant these injected zygotes into a pseudopregnant female, and after 3 weeks, in mice at least, the pseudopregnant females will deliver the pups. And of course, then you don't know if your injection was successful or not. You have to test the success of this injection by taking a piece of the tail or some blood and see if your gene of interest is indeed in the genome of the mouse. That's basically the approach that is taken to make transgenic mice. So you get an addition of genetic information. The second method is based on the existence of ES cells. And what are ES cells? ES cells are cells that are capable of contribution to any tissue in the body. So they are totipotent. So if you would introduce ES cells into a developing embryo in the blastocyst stage, that's a stage before implantation, then these ES cells, they take part in the embryo proper. Also in the germline of the embryo that is being generated. Now if you have mutated these ES cells in vitro for a certain mutation, for instance a knockout or an addition or whatever, part of the cells of the developing fetus will also exist of cells that have that specific mutation that you have inserted already in the ES cells. That saves a lot of mice that are not successful in having these mutations, because you have already selected for the mutation in vitro. This is in contrast to the first method, where you have to wait and see if your manipulation was successful. Now, first, the injection. The first transgenic mouse was published 30 years ago. And that was a mouse that had the fusion gene between a